Hey, what's going on? It's Shit Talk Reviews. I'm John. Derek's in the house. Again, David is shirking his Shit Talk duties somewhere on the European coast.
You want to? So I know what he's doing. It's banana hammock. He doesn't realize that he's in his 50s and nobody wants to see that. But in Europe, that's okay.
That's true.
You can wear a banana hammock and it's fine. And you can probably wear one here in the U.S., but half of the population might, try to shoot you.
Yeah, it depends on the beach, I think. Do you suppose that he's wearing the Stars and Stripes banana hammock? Is he representing, you think?
No.
Or would it be like a New York Rangers banana hammock?
Worse. It'll be his face right on his pecker. No doubt.
Well, let's hope that the Italians he's beaching with right now are enjoying it as much as we are. No, that doesn't sound right.
We are talking about it. You know what I want to do is I'm going to AI this. I'm going to find some dude in a banana hammock, and then I'm going to put Dave's face on him, and then I'm going to put Dave's face on his underpants, and it'll be great.
I like it. Well, listen, before we get to talking about this record, we have some new listeners from new areas around the world. So wanted to say hello to some new listeners. The most recent in Harriman, Utah, in Oslo, Norway, and in North Rhine-Westphalia, Germany. So thanks for stopping in and checking the stuff out, man. We appreciate it. Or ladies.
That's awesome. I want to shout out to Bree. She's a fan of ours. I met her at a Philadelphia Metal Fest. She has given me a list of black metal. She's a huge black metal fan. Cool as hell. She's one of my favorite fans. And I am hell bent on bringing one of her bands to the table, whether it's through an interview or a review. So I'm going to be working on that, Bree, and I wanted to put that out into the universe that it will happen. I will make it happen for you, and I will ask you if we could interview anybody, who would it be, and we'll make it happen. Okay.
Nice. Appreciate you, Bree.
Yeah, we're talking about Downpour, Kill the Mind, and our boy Brian Fair of Shadows Fall. We just interviewed him recently, and we talked about Downpour. It was a recent release. And you and I got into it, and we were like, we got pointy nipples. We got a little fired up about it, and decided to do a podcast on it. And before we get into this, quick shout out to Brian, and our condolences on the passing of his father, James Jeffrey Fair. He had a long fight with cancer. Cancer fucking sucks, and I lived through it with my mom. So I feel for you, Brian. We're thinking of you, and stay strong. And man, if you need any help with, dealing with the death of a parent, I'm happy to talk because it's a fucking hard thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you will also hear this music, at least in some of the clips, on Brian's Metal Hippie workout videos that he's got on YouTube, which are fantastic and definitely worth looking at. Derek and I are both, Derek just hit 50. I'm in my early 50s. And the fact is, you get a little lazy. The pounds don't fall off like they do in your 30s. And Brian's videos are really fun to watch. It is a regimen I'm starting, and I am very old and broken. I hope to change that with the help of his clips. But when I first found the Metal Hippie, I was like, "Whoa, what is this fucking music?" And it's great. Turns out they were instrumental Downpour tracks, and that's how I first heard about him, and it just worked out great getting to talk to him, and now getting to go through the EP. It's great. So let's talk about it.
Before we do that, I do believe that you had a trainer that told you that you are what?
I had a shoulder problem. I guess it was a couple of years ago now, and I was prescribed physical therapy, and I was, you go in there, you lay on the table, they work you up, and I've got this like 25-year-old guy, looks like he stepped right off the pages of, GQ, a super handsome, real physically fit guy. And he's like, so what happened? And I said, I got to tell you, I really don't know. And it started bothering me. He's like, okay. So he's doing the stretches and all that. And he leans down. He goes, I know what happened to your shoulder. I said, great. What is it? Is it bursitis or whatever? And he goes, he leans in real close and he whispers, he goes, you're weak. I said, I'm sorry. And he goes, yeah, you're weak. So I learned too recently from some fucking great looking muscular 25-year-old physical therapist that I am weak. And that's what started this thought process about maybe, since I'm, north of 50 now, I need to start taking a little bit better care of myself. And I hope to accomplish that, at least get the wheels turning with the Metal Hippie workout. So a plug for that, because it's a great series of videos. And as I said when we talked to Brian, if you got to work out, who the hell doesn't want to work out with Brian Fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
and
rad.
Also, who doesn't want a sticker, a Shit Talk Reviews sticker that has a picture of John's face that says "You're weak" on it? And it's coming. All right, let's get into it. Downpour.
Now, yeah. So yeah, this is an EP released this year by Downpour. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian told us that some of this material, at least, has been around for a long time. They wanted to release this a long while ago, years ago, and circumstances conspired against them, and they were finally able to get it out. So it's great to hear it. The band members, of course, Brian Fair on vocals, Matt Lebreton on guitar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Pete Gellis on bass, and Derek Kerswill on drums. All of these guys, again, great pedigree. Derek is former drummer for Unearth and Seemless. Matt on guitar was with Frozen and Cannae. Pete,
he's hold on.
Birch
He's
Hill
also
Dam.
He's also in Living Wreckage, which
which
is a band that's making waves. Go ahead.
Oh, nice. So Pete on bass from Birch Hill Dam and Sorrowseed. Of course, Brian with Shadows Fall and Overcast. So a great lineup of really, really strong players. And my biggest beef right off the rip is that the EP is only 4 songs.
Yeah, me too. It's like foreplay. There's a lot of foreplay, but before, when you're about to get into the good stuff, it's over. What happened here? My impression on it is there's some classic metalcore elements in there, but I could also see Frederick from Meshuggah
100%
feeling like I feel pretty good about this, and a comparison to Meshuggah shouldn't be taken lightly, but I thought it fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first song right off the bat, I thought the same thing. I didn't immediately go to Frederick and Meshuggah, but I thought, ooh, some, dare I say, almost genty prog metal, real rhythmic, percussive riffs. And I was pleased, very pleased to hear that.
Well, and then on Kill the Mind, there's the squeaky guitars, bends in there. That's the pinch, the pinch. It's classic Killswitch Engage, like. Adam D from Killswitch made that very popular. So they kept it metalcore, but there's some prog. And I really think that these 4 songs are just so good and some of the best material I've heard of the year. And I really am happy that we're talking about it, because it definitely needs to get a spotlight on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kill the Mind, the opener, nice chuggy intro to it. Again, that kind of that Meshuggah vibe. Yep, it's got some great, like I said, great genty. And I hope no one takes offense to that, because apparently calling a style of music gent is already out of fashion or something. But great, some chuggy, proggy style riffs up against straight metal riffs. Brian's vocals are killer on that, sticking with the prog metal kind of flavor. I think it was Nothing But Memories has some odd, not crazy odd time signatures, but they do some cool rhythmic patterns that imply, a non-standard time, which I think is great. I love that sort of stuff. Great drum and bass intro on that too. Great bass tone.
Oh, the bass on Nothing But Memories is just it did my, whenever I hear bass in a song and it's allowed to breathe.
Yeah,
I get a little excited about it.
It tingles a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels good, and makes me think back to Cliff Burton and some of the classics and Geezer, and I'm like, yeah, look at those guys. Those guys are incredible players, and they get hidden behind, and so it's cool to see that song. For me, it's just as soon as Brian kicks in, I thought of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah. You get the drum
down
intro, then the bass intro, and then when the guitars come in with Brian, he just drops this I don't know how to describe, it's perfect. Yeah, it's a great start to a song. And to speak more about Pete's bass work, I love his bass tone. I like it across the whole record, but particularly in that song. It's it makes me think a lot of Jacob Umansky, the bass player from Intervals, and the incredible producer and bass player and guitar player Nolly Get Good. The bass tone it's real crunchy and distorted up top, but it's got a lot of clean low end. It's got character to it, and often bass players care a great deal about their tone, but I think on the whole, people don't give a whole lot of thought to bass tones from a listening standpoint. And when you hear a record or a player that has a bass tone that stands out, I think that's great. Well, you just went in the dark, Derek.
All right.
We had a for those that were wondering, we just had to chop. Derek went in the dark because his house was being raided by the feds.
I wish.
But it's okay. It's okay. We're fine now.
Do you want to know what it honestly was? It was homework requests on FaceTime.
Look, man, I was trying to make you look cool, dude, but cool dad is acceptable.
I'll take it. Yeah. So going back to my notes here, Your Lost Revolution. The first riff sounded like a rat riff, but it ended there. As soon as the rat riff was there, and then it's gone, and then Brian again kicks in, and I swear to God, the dude has fucking horns underneath his dreadlocks. Might be hiding a tail behind all the dreads. He is the voice of Satan. The guy's a fucking banshee. And the track as a whole, though, it felt like a classic Shadows Fall track. Like it could have been on any of the early Shadows Fall albums, and I got very nostalgic listening to it. And I don't know if Downpour meant to do that, or if it was just a byproduct of Brian being in the band, but felt like Chad.
Well, the song's got a lot of movement. It goes through, it's got some different vibes. It goes into a sort of a triplet vibe for a while there, and then comes back out ripping. Matt's lead is just sailing on it. It's a great lead.
It is one of again, some of the best music this year is this Downpour EP, and that riff or that guitar solo just stood out for me. I mean, I was driving down the road listening to it, and I found myself turning it up as loud as I could right at the solo. And look, everybody likes solos, but sometimes they get monotonous, right? When you hear too many of them, that's a solo that you want to turn up, kind of like Metallica's One. The solo in that. You turn it up, you go, yeah, it's pretty good.
These 4 songs aren't covered with leads. That's why. Right. I think he's a smart player in that he didn't, there's not a crazy long solo in every song. Use it sparingly, man. It's like effects when you're mixing an album. You just sprinkle it here and there. Don't pack it in there wall to wall. It gets to be too much.
It's like Darth Vader. You can't have him in every scene, but when you bring him in, have him bring the bloodshed.
Well, it's effective when you don't hear it nonstop. It's effective when it shows up.
Yeah,
great player.
It's a tickle.
It's a tickle.
It's a vicious tickle.
Did you feel it move when the lead came on?
It feels like being tickled with knives. It shreds. So, listen, I'm an 8 all day long on this EP. I would give it a 9 or a 10 if there was more.
Yeah.
Hint. Do more, Brian. Brian. To Brian.
Talking to you, Brian.
Maybe a little more.
Man, he is such a good vocalist. He is just so solid. The vocals on Born Again and Rage are that's one of the standouts for me. It was kind of an unexpected sort of down tempo song, not at all ballad, ish, but just slower, great guitar tones, great drum tones, great production choices with the effects on Brian's voice. His vocal performance is fantastic on that song. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's a great record. Yeah, I'm at an 8.25. I want more of it. So let's hop to, boys. You don't get to it. Their last album was 2018, and that was a full length self-titled album. So I understand they wanted to release this a while ago. It only now came out for all the various reasons. But now we need you to get back to work and give us another. I don't know. I could do with another 6 songs very soon. So
sleep is for the weak. And what I learned on this podcast is that you and I are just as selfish as Dave. We wouldn't put our faces on our banana hammocks because we're not Dave, but we are being selfish. We're asking for more music out of established musicians. We're being very selfish.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're selfish and we're demanding this, but it is what it is. I'm still putting it out there.
The world needs it. There's, sleep is for the weak. Forget sleep. Make more Downpour music. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just do it. Just fuck.
All right. Well, on that note, good record. Go get it, guys. If you haven't heard Downpour, Kill the Mind, you want to do it. It's one of the best EPs of 2024. It's some of the best metal music that you'll hear, and it sits across several genres. And it's worth it. Yeah,
well said. I echo everything my compadre here just said. So I won't bore you with it again.
Well, we're good. We're good here, and I'm going to go help the kids with homework.
All right, have fun with your homework. Till next time.